We are live.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ask the Unicorn. I'm Uhuru Z, and this is Kazi.
Hello, today is June 17th, 2015,
You just
and it is episode 74, I believe.
Okay. And for those of you that have never seen the show before and you're just tuning in, I'm Uhuru Z. The name of the show is Ask the Unicorn. I will answer any questions pertaining to the metaphysical, the spiritual, the paranormal, and the mystical. There are two types of questions, however, that I do not answer, and that is whether or not someone's going to die or whether or not someone is cheating on someone else. So if you want to find out the answers to those, you should probably address the people that you are talking about. Other than that, any question is fair game. Now, we've had some very interesting questions over the last few weeks, and I'm looking for some more. You can either give your questions here in the chat room, or you can actually give us a call at area code 207-347-5686. And we'd be happy to answer your call and talk to you. And we won't tell anybody that we're talking to you except for everybody watching. So before we get into everything tonight, though, I'd like to talk about first off give a shout out to all of my filmmaker friends that are out there, such as Paco Seth Roberts. As a matter of fact, he had a birthday yesterday, so everyone tell Seth happy birthday, belated today, but I'm sure that it doesn't matter. You know, he is 500 years old.
Sweet. Are you a Jedi Master? If you're 500 years old, you should be.
Anyway, he's a great guy, and everyone give him positive wishes for his birthday week. So there's also Alan Dillingham, Bill McLean, a number of other very wonderful filmmakers that are all working very diligently to bring you wonderful entertainment. Films that you want to look for this year, and that is Bad Kid, Wendigo Rising, hopefully, and Falkir. And also, you might take a look at How to Kill a Zombie. That is by Freight Train Films, and that is Bill McLean. And there are a lot of wonderful filmmakers out there. So just wanted to give a shout out to all of you. Now, we here at Unicorn Cove are embarking upon a new venture, and what that is a bakery. It is the Daily Bread Bakery that we are finally ready to go on, and we'll be opening this Saturday. Our grand opening is this Saturday, and that is at 131 Ossipee Trail West, and that is in Standish, Maine. We will be open from 6 in the morning until 2 p.m. And it is our wonderful grand opening. If you drive by, you can see our big gigantic sign, and we will welcome you all, and hopefully we'll have a grand showing on Saturday. So tell all of your friends, come get some wonderful bread, some nice pastries and some coffee and some tea, and we'll try to do iced coffee and iced tea, and we have soft drinks, and it's a wonderful environment that I've created for you all, that we have created for you all. We look forward to seeing you all. Remember, that is Daily Bread Bakery. Make that a household name. Okay? Now, without further ado, I would like to get into the show. There have been a lot of interesting issues. This is one woman that it has come out that she was claiming to be black, and that's fine. That's no problem. She's also head of the NAACP in where she lives in that particular chapter. And we come to find out that she is not black.
Washington State.
Yeah, she is not black. And she has been masquerading as a black person for the last 5 years.
What? How?
That's pretty easy to do.
I'm like, I haven't looked into the story, so I'm like.
Yeah, well, you know, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, just me. She's just a very, attractive woman, and if you understand the Black people, you understand that we have a myriad of looks. There's no one look that can be called Black, or that can be called African American, or that can be called, people of color. We cover a wide variety, a huge rainbow of people and looks and attributes and things like that. And she does fit in some of them, but then again, a lot of people do. If she wants to be Black, that's wonderful. That's good on her. I just think that there are a lot of people that will find it rather insulting and rather offensive that she says she feels like she's African American. She identifies with the Black race, and that's cool. But I can't very well go into a place and say I'm white. Do you know what I mean? And nobody would really get it. Even though part of me, I'm multicultural, as I said. And if you want to call it white, I prefer Irish, but part of me is that, and it's not in my ancestry. It's really close. Okay, so that's great that she wants to feel that, but I do understand a lot of people being rather outraged and a lot of people being rather offended by her masquerading as that, as a Black person and not actually being a Black person. She's defending Black people. Okay, great. You defend all people, not just Black people. You're supposed to defend everybody. But if she really identifies with any race, I can't fault her for wanting to represent. What I can fault her at is not just being able to stand up for people of color as she is. Yeah. Why not be white and still stand up for people of color? I mean, why not? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to be something in order to stand up for it or to represent it. You really don't. I mean, look at what we are in America. We're this huge mixing pot of people. I mean, there is no one, even though you got this small group of dinosaurs that is traveling around, roaring at people, whatever, trying to say that they pretend like they're pure anything other than stupid. Just that goes for people who run around going white power and people who run around going Black power. There should be power to all of us as human beings and as Americans in this country. There should be a vast empowerment of everyone. You really don't have to masquerade as something. I mean, we all have a hard enough time being ourselves, and I've sat up and listened to a lot of people that are just, I'm outraged that she would do that. I'm not outraged. I mean, there's no reason to be outraged. I mean, she wants to go through the hardship that we have gone through. More power to her, good on you, I think that what we need to really look at is this. Why someone felt that it was so necessary to out this woman. She was doing fine. She was being okay. She was doing what she felt like she wanted to do in her life. She was representing Black people and helping and doing what she could. But someone decided, no, I'm going to tell the world that you're really white. Why? What's the point?
Who ratted her out?
It was evidently her parents that decided that, they didn't want her identifying with Black people. Oh. So they decided to totally ruin her. It's the height of ego, as my teacher used to say. If I can't have you, then nobody can. If you don't want to be like me, then I'm going to tell on you. That's that is like, and then those people would probably turn around and say that they're not racist. Yes, you are. To do that to somebody is just plain old racist. It's just the bottom line of it. The woman is actually doing what she really wants to do in her life. She wasn't hurting anybody. Truthfully, nobody really gave a damn until all of a sudden, well, she's really white.
Oh, because she was revealing the names of people involved in police misconduct investigations during public meetings. That's why.
Yeah, so
they
had to come out and say, well, we're going to tell everybody that you're white. Ooh. Ooh. And then, of course, you got a bunch of trolls that are working for the media. They go around and do all kinds of stupid stuff to hype it up, you know, asking her embarrassing questions. There's one thing where this one reporter held a picture of her father, her biological father, and said, is this your dad? And she said, yeah, that's my dad. He says, well, he's not black. And she goes, I don't understand you saying that. I don't get why I just told you that was my dad. What are you trying to say? Well, are you white? And he just wanted to hear her say she was white. Okay, fine. I'll say it for her. Okay, she's white. So there's a whole bunch of other people that have other things mixed in them. Now, she may be identifying from a spiritual perspective, which no one has the right to question. No one. No one. No one. No. 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 No one has the right to question. Her relationship with her spirit and the Great Spirit is her own. So if she identifies spiritually with that, with whatever she wants to be, leave her the flip alone, okay?
Excuse me.
Yeah. So leave him.
Okay.
You know, so she may identify morally. Again, leave her alone. Physically, she did what she needed to do. And what is it and you know, for women to get mad at her, what a bunch of hypocrites. What a bunch of low-life hypocrites. Low-life, dirty, slimy hypocrites. All I see on Facebook and reading in the paper is, well, when a woman does this, it's okay. Or when a woman does this, then she's not being bad, she's just being a woman. Or when a woman is mad at you, the best thing for you to do is to run for the hills. Or we don't talk back to women. Or women are empowered. Or women. And then when one actually acts in her own power, you all decide to curse her. Ah! That's ridiculous. That's foul. Oh, you mean when it's all really good to put up in little slogans and things, but when a woman actually empowers herself and does something that is actually helping humanity, you don't want to do. She needs to be hating men. In order for her to be a woman that those women like, she has to be hating men. She has to be hating some form of men. All men are bad, etc., etc., etc. Women. But when she decides to help everybody, then someone has to come and curse her. So to all you feminists out there, and believe me, I love feminists. I do. Not those foul-mouthed people that think that they're feminists, being loud, belligerent, stupid, hateful, and arrogant, and every single thing else, calling themselves strong women. No, I mean real ones. To all of you that are truly feminists, you need to stand by this woman. Seriously. To all of you that are truly masculinists, you need to recognize when a goddess force is moving. And to all of you people that are out there claiming that you are feminists, or claiming that you are supportive of women, or claiming because you go to a stupid yoga class that makes you exercising some feminine power, shame on you. Because one of your own has actually stood up and said, okay, I'm going to help these people, and I will do whatever it is that I think is necessary to help these people. I identify with these people, so as far as I am concerned, I am these people. And all of a sudden, everybody gets all offended. Tell me what we have in this world that is so flippin' valuable and so flippin' rare that we can't share with everyone. Seriously. Now, on the other hand, there are people that are appropriating things, and that's fine, and not giving any credit to where it came from. Shame on you. But I'm talking about, she's not giving no credit to anybody except for those foul people that decided that they wanted to hurt her just because she didn't want to be white. Or she didn't identify There are lots of people that don't identify. There are people that don't even identify with being human. Animal rights activists, for one. All of you people that are vegan, you know, there are people that would sit up and watch a person, a human being, starve to death, make fun of that human being, tell that human being how they are no good, they are a waste of space, even to create laws that make it impossible for anybody else to walk by and help them out, to give them food, put things like spikes up under benches. But God forbid if there is a hungry cat somewhere, or there's a bunch of chickens, or that are about to be eaten. God forbid that someone decides that they wore leather shoes. Calling it cruelty just because someone tells their animal no. But those very same people that say, no, you should treat a lion with respect, take their silly butts out into the jungle and get mauled and then want the lion dead. Shame on you. It's all the same. Now, here's one other thing that I have to talk about. Sorry for the rant, but I need to rant about this. Comparing Bruce Jenner to this woman is stupid.
Hell no.
First off, Bruce is a guy. He is a man. Do you understand? He may identify with women, and if he wants to be a woman, that's fine. That's up to him. He can be whatever he'd like. However, there are certain genetic things that make it impossible. Getting your thingy chopped off, and great, he hasn't yet, but getting your thingy chopped off does not make you a woman. It takes a hell of a lot more for you to be a woman, Mr. Jenner. Caitlyn. Okay? If you want to be that, that's fine. I will back your right to want to do that. But dude, seriously, say it for what it is. There are so many transgender people that are around that call themselves exactly that. They really don't give a damn about what anybody thinks about them. They're not celebrities. They don't get put on the cover of Vanity Fair or anything like that. They do what they do. You're doing it for a buck.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just a career move. I think it's a distraction. There are a lot of career moves out there.
That's extreme.
But to compare someone being transgendered to someone who just decides that they are going to identify with a race. Sorry, sex and race are not the same flipping thing, you idiots. It's not. They are not the same. There is no comparison. I'm sick and tired of people comparing being transgender to being black. What the flip?
Who does that?
Lots of people. People who are talking about racism, what they do is instead of dealing with racism, what they go to the whole gender thing. Gender, sexual orientation have nothing to do with race. They are two separate issues. If we are walking down the street, it is pretty clear which one of us is a woman. It is also pretty clear which one of us is black. If we were both the same color, would you know that either one of us was gay if we were? Unless I said so. Unless I said so, or one of us was, would you know? No, you wouldn't know.
But no.
There's no way that you would know unless I mentioned it. You can't compare the two. Listen, to all of you that are about to jump down my throat about the gay statement, I'm the wrong guy to do that with, okay? I don't have any problems at all. I never have, I never will, okay? What I'm doing is showing something, an illustration. Two people can walk down the street. You wouldn't know whether either one was gay unless they illustrated it, unless they did something to show you that, or to say it. You definitely know if one was white and one was black. Although the lines are a little blurred now with the whole, you definitely would know. You can't compare the two. Those are two separate issues. They shouldn't be issues, but they are. And that's the bottom line. So enough with that crap. You can't compare the two. Now, if this woman wants to identify with the black race, let her identify with the black race. She has been for the past 5 years. Nobody says that. So why should anybody now? Seriously.
Because she was reporting on the police that were abusing.
They still shouldn't have said anything. Well, I get why they did it, but it shouldn't be an issue. Anybody who makes it an issue is pretty small-minded. Just a thought. So, anyway, that's enough of that.
Yeah.
So, let's go to some questions if you have any, or even comments on what it is that I've said so far.
Lynn says, right on, totally agree. And she has a question.
Mhm.
Can one send their consciousness somewhere good and wholesome while under anesthesia? I have had some bad experiences and may have a surgery coming up.
If you're under anesthesia, can you send your consciousness someplace else? What you can do is concentrate your consciousness. Concentrate your consciousness so that it is not affected. You really don't want your consciousness being someplace else. You just want, understand this, your consciousness is really huge. It's not limited to your body. No matter what you do, it will not be limited to your body. Your consciousness moves beyond your body. So your consciousness can be anywhere, yet still remain. This is the illusion that a lot of people have when they do things like leave their body or go into astral travel mode. You really don't need to do that. You can concentrate on an issue or a place and do a soul travel, okay? And remember that your soul is connected to the great soul. And since your soul is connected to the great soul, that means it can be anywhere at any time and still remain where it is. You know, just focus your energy and your thoughts. Try not to be fearful. I know that it's difficult. I'm sorry, but what you have to do is to focus in on your peace and expand your peace. And once you expand your peace, you'll find that you can be at a lot of places yet still remain. What you mean is you don't want to feel anything, or you don't want to be thinking about anything, because all it'll do is stress you out. Yeah, so concentrate on something peaceful. Perhaps even an era of time in your life that things were wonderful. And perhaps even, you see, because if your consciousness is still there, then you can also aid in your healing process. You want your consciousness to heal you. So be present. Just, you don't want to be aware of any pain, because that's what I really hear you saying is I don't want to hurt. I don't want to think about it. You know, and I understand. Just try to focus in on something positive. You know, one of the things that helps me to relax or to just remain calm is to think about what it is that I am trying to accomplish and actually see myself going through the steps. I love to bake. And, you know, it's a wonderful relationship when you're baking bread with the stuff that you're using, the ingredients that you're using. You actually get to watch what it is that you're baking come to life. It's not just mixing the ingredients. You have to mix the ingredients and pay attention. And when you pay attention and you add everything the way that it's supposed to be added, and you're like getting it out of the bowl and, you know, kneading the dough and doing all of that stuff, and you're going to set it for its first rise, you get to actually watch it come to life. You get to watch it expand and grow and rise, and you check on it and you look at it, and remembering that that is something that is a product of what it is that you are thinking. And then you punch it down and get ready to shape it and set it for its second rise, and you go, okay, I've done this. This is good. This should work. And you put it in the oven after it's proofed. You put it in the oven, and You get to watch it rise again. You check on it, and you can't just stand there and watch it, because this is a wonderful thing about baking. You know, you can sit there and watch all you want, but you'll never get it. You'll never catch it baking. You have to kind of go do something, and you come back. It's kind of like waiting for Christmas. You know, and you're not going to see Santa Claus if you stand there. Then if you do, then you'd be terribly disillusioned. But, you know, the next, day, it's like, oh, but all I did was blink, and all of a sudden Santa came and everything was there. That's the magic of it. Well, it's the same with baking. You know, you walk away, you do what it is that you need to do, listening for your timer or paying attention to the clock. And then you come back and you see there's risen. You go, wow, that's awesome how that happens. And then finally, your timer goes off. You're going to take your bread out. You do that thing where you poke it with a stick and determine whether or not it's done. And if it's done, you just go, okay, this is good. And then you get some accomplishment. Well, you need to think about, even when you're going through your trial here, your surgery, that you want to be thinking about the motions. And if you can put yourself in going through every single pace, it'll be over before you know it. Just pick something that you know that you love to do. Go through see yourself actually doing it. Feel yourself doing it. Know that your consciousness is doing exactly what it is that you loved to do. Go through the entire process and see what happens. It's a pretty cool thing. And who knows, you might even take up baking. All right. Hope that helps you. What else you got?
We have another question from Michelle Ayat.
Okay.
She says, hello.
Hello.
Hello. When we are born, we have a gender, but does our spirit have a gender?
That's always been a wonderful question. It may, it may not. Your spirit is whatever you are. So I'm going to say that your spirit is interchangeable. It can be what it needs to be or chooses to be. Someone has a spirit that's very, very female, and there's a lot of people that do, but they may be male. That's up to them, what they do with that. No one else has the right to question them at all. When it's pretending, or when you're hurting other people, or when you're causing some big thing, okay, then we can talk about some stuff. But your spirit is your spirit. I personally remember a lot of my lives. And there have been 2 occasions that I've been female. However, I am male in this one. And believe you me, I exploit that to the hilt. It comes down to what a person accepts. And there are a lot of people that just can't seem to accept what they are. What they are is what they want to be. What are you going to do about it? You can be whatever you want to be. Especially in this day and age, it's quite possible. So as far as your spirit having a gender, maybe your spirit has both genders, which is why it can operate in either or. Or maybe it has neither one. Or maybe gender isn't an issue. Maybe gender is something that is specific to Earth. That's a grand mystery. Perhaps there's other things that could be called gender. We are very, dualistic in our approach. And oftentimes extremely narrow, even people that call themselves progressive. The only thing that we understand is male and female. And then there are hermaphrodites. That's how we understand things. That's how we've been trained. That's how we taught. That's what we've grown up with. So when someone decides that they want to be the other thing, many of us have a problem with it. But whether you have a problem with it or not, you can't stop them. What I was saying earlier is that there's no comparison. It's kind of stupid to compare the two. Race and sex, those are two different issues. One is a choice, the other one is not, when it comes down to it. Nothing that I do is going to change the color of my skin, except for if I sit out in the sun. And that's the bottom line. Of course, there are pigment things, but eventually my skin color will go back to the way that it is. Science hasn't figured that out yet because they're pretty much on the wrong track anyway. Most scientists are extremely slow. Now, when it comes to genderization, of course, at some point in time, a person is going to have to go up under the knife in one way, shape, or form. If they choose to go up under the knife, this is the thing. Even when a person is gay or lesbian or white, they can just be who they are. They really don't have to get the change. But if they want to get the change, okay. I don't think that determines anything because I don't really think that everyone who decides to be the opposite sex is either gay or lesbian. I think that if anything, they're more androgynous. Yes. More androgynous in the consciousness, but don't really identify with either or, so they pick one. Or maybe they feel that they really are this. Many times they get indoctrinated when a person says that they were born that way. Okay, there's some validation to that. I don't think that the validation is physical. The validation is more mental and spiritual. Either way, it's still connected to the physicality, and that will cause a person to behave and do things differently. It's not something to be ostracized, nor is it something to alienate yourself from. Although I think the definitions are incorrect. A lot of people use the term homophobia incorrectly. To be homophobic means that you have a fear of people that are like you or the same. Just everyone's the same. There's a fear of that, or maybe you alienate that. It is xenophobia. That would be the correct term, fear of something alien. So I think in the broad sweep of this particular question, especially when it comes to a person's spirit, your spirit may not even be humaniform. So I think the bodies, particularly humaniform bodies, are specific to this planet and not others. Although there are others that may adapt themselves so that we can understand them or so that we could accept them. Imagine someone walked around with just 1 foot and they just kind of hopped and had one big eye. We would freak the hell out. And or someone was just like the people that live on the sun. They're just kind of flamish. They just look like flames. Really, that's kind of what they look like. It's just flames, just fire. So imagine if someone was just a flame. Do you know how many people would actually freak out if there was just a flame that was moving down the street, minding its own business, yet someone would either try to put it out or they would do something. They swear it was a demon or something else, We humans are really quite dumb. And when you look at things, we squabble amongst ourselves. I don't care what you choose to be. If you want to be a boy or a girl, that's up to you. You want to, there's people that put things under their skin and they turn into vampires. There's other people that get turned into cats. Not that they could ever really be a cat or a dog, because those animals are way cooler than we are. But you get body modification, you can be anything that you want to.
There are people that are trying to.
Yeah, they're trying.
There's that guy who is modifying his body to be a lizard.
He's not a lizard, but he can make himself look like.
And there are people that are modifying to look like Klingons or
Vulcans. See, wait a second.
Vulcans.
I already look like a Klingon.
Vulcans.
Okay. I'm half Klingon and half Vulcan. Okay, and I don't need any makeup except for the weird thing on my head. But there's all kinds of people. They can be whatever they want. That the thing is that when it comes down to that one issue, I think if one person can be allowed to say that they're a certain race and they want to give up their race, they should do that. That should be allowed. But imagine what that lays down the floor for. A person can say, I don't know, I'm a cat, no matter what you say. I'm a dog, no matter what you say. And they can be whatever they want to. I can be white if I chose to.
We know somebody that proudly announces she's a dorkfish.
Oh yeah, we do know that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, so she really is a dorkfish. So
she identifies with dorkfishes.
She does.
And
she loves corn dogs.
She acknowledges other dorkfishes as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and comes to tell me, I met a dorkfish. Well, good for you. Yeah, I'm not going to tell who that person is because Shelly wouldn't.
Yeah, that was not intentional, not at all.
It actually wasn't. She wouldn't like that at all. You're not
fooling anybody. We all know who the dorkfish is.
They don't know who the dorkfish is. No. Anyway, your spirit really doesn't. Your spirit is your spirit. Gender has absolutely nothing to do with spirituality. It just doesn't. I know that and that brings up another part. Listen, women are not more spiritual than men. Men are not more spiritual than women. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what anyone tells you. We are all equal, mentally, physically, and spiritually.
From Mars and Venus.
I'm not from Mars. Screw Mars.
I'm laughing. Lynn says, in regards to your advice that she was saying about the surgery, she says, you are speaking to my soul.
Well, I hope so.
Hugs and kisses. XOX. Yep.
I like hugs and kisses.
Wow, random.
Well, I did. Okay, are there any other questions at all?
No.
Okay. Now, I'm trying to think of any other issue that I'd like to talk about that is worth talking about. Oh, I saw something today. I think it was in Japan, that there were 5 women that decided to beat up this one girl. They just ganged up on her, and someone was taping this, just recording it, and then finally this person just came out of nowhere and started pulling these women off of this woman and fighting for this woman. It was a guy, he said, okay, that's enough. He's like, get off of him. He's just going back, and they started hitting him with plates, so he started hitting him back.
No way.
Yeah, he did. He started totally wailing on him too, and they were throwing plates, everything else. It was like no regard for personal property or this woman that was on the floor trying to protect herself. They just decided they wanted to beat her up. So people are kind of nuts, lately, and I get it, people are nuts because of everything that's going on in this world. You got volcanoes erupting all over the place because of all of the fracking, and they're pretending that the fracking isn't causing anything, and they're lying. This like that they pretend that the chemtrails aren't really making people sick, and again, they're lying. It looks almost like they're trying to cause a zombie apocalypse. But doesn't someone have enough sense to know that someone needs to have enough sense to know that if you cause a kind of a zombie apocalypse, there's nothing around the zombies, which means that eventually you'll become a zombie too. It may take a while, or you think that they'll all die off. You'll be able to kill them, and everybody can move up underground, and we'll have a wonderful existence. But nature is very, very balanced. Okay, there's a reason we don't live underground.
Ugh. Trying to make it so that we should start.
Sorry, no, I'm not going underground. Okay, I don't care what the air gets like here. I'll figure out something, and I will. Lane, down now. Thank you. Down. So I think that we human beings really need to wise up. I mean, we talk about aliens, and we call them aliens, but they're extraterrestrials. Extraterrestrial merely meaning that they're not from Terra. Earth is Terra, okay? And I don't think that they want to have much to do with us. In fact, I think that they think that we might eat them, and we probably would. Someone would try, try to eat them because we're kind of vicious creatures. We're extremely warlike. No matter what. And the only people that could probably deal with us is Mars.
Don't choose that.
And I'm sure that Mars doesn't want any of us either. If they did want any of us, they probably want to just beat us up. So again, if you have any questions for me at all, I can be reached right here on this show. You can type your questions in, or you can give us a call at area code 207-347-5686. Now, I'm looking forward to our grand opening. Oh, I should say this as well. Next week is the Standish Summer Spectacular. And that begins on the 25th, right? 25th, 26th, and 27th. And it's going to be a huge event. There'll be lots of food. There'll be lots of, probably lots of games, a lot of interest to get into. And I suggest that all of you come to Standish that are around, and those of you that live in Standish, come to the Summer Spectacular.
We'll be there.
We will be there, and we will have some of the ware from Daily Bread Bakery and have some representatives there. And that is the Taste of Maine. Is that what it's called? Taste of Maine
Yes.
Day at the Summer Spectacular.
Taste of Maine.
Where you have different restaurants and different fooderies that will be
Viddlers.
different fooderies that will be offering their wares out, and we will be among them. And I plan to make some cinnamon rolls. Yes, I meant to say cinnamon rolls. Okay, and I plan to make some other things, some other bread and so forth. I got a lot of baking to do, man. That's gonna be like awesome. So we're looking forward to that as well. If you have any questions, please ask. That was us last year, wasn't it?
No. Yes, this is last year. Yeah, the Taste of Maine is Thursday.
Roll that down.
Taste of Maine is Thursday the 25th.
Roll that down.
Then what?
No, the other way. Other way.
That's not us.
No, I thought that was what we went to last year.
No, we did the community marketplace, which we'll also be doing, which is the 27th. He'll be doing readings.
Yes, I'll be offering readings there that day.
We have a question from Captain New.
Okay.
When is post-retrograde going to end?
I'm looking for that. The effects of it is really what you want to know are going to end. And that will probably be mid-July. Is when the effects will actually begin to lift up. Okay. As you know, when a planet or the moon goes retrograde, there's a 3-week period before and a 3-week period after of the effect. So just hang in there. This is a wonderful opportunity to get everything that you need to get done though, because it will actually slingshot you ahead in energy once it does go direct.
What's retrograde?
What's retrograde?
I haven't looked. Mercury? No. Saturn? Probably
Never mind.
Saturn. Probably Saturn.
Kazi loves making fancy guesses.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Anyway,
Guys are speaking code. I don't speak code.
you should not speak. She injured her hand. Okay. Just put your hand. Stop doing that.
Don't touch
No.
my
Stop
hand.
doing that. Just put it here so it's resting.
I can't put it there because it puts pressure on the other bite right there.
Okay.
Do you not see it oozing through the bandage?
No, but I see that.
Yeah. This is what we're talking about.
She just wanted you to see it.
He's the one who's talking about
No,
it.
she wanted you to see it. Okay. Anyway, any other questions? Any other questions at all?
No.
Shall I rant some more?
Captain New says, thanks. That's exactly what I have been doing.
Okay. Now, for those of you that need classes in metaphysics or classes in mysticism, I do teach. I do not teach for free. However, this is not my hobby. It is my lifestyle. It is my job. It is my work. I am a good teacher. I will give you thorough information, and I do have a habit of giving people a lot of information, a lot more than they can actually handle. So yeah, I'm working on that. But the classes run twice a week, an hour each time, and in 6-week increments or 6-month increments. That is up to you. As a teacher, I don't teach by democracy, nor am I someone that thinks that I have something to learn from a student. I do not. That's why I'm the teacher. People always come up with ideas and fancy statements when they don't want to do something that a teacher tells them to do. If you're going to take classes from me, you will take the classes my way. Okay? That is just the way that it is. And then later on, when you decide to teach someone, you will teach them your way. Okay? The whole idea is for you to learn, not to make silly platitudes such as, oh, the teacher must also learn from the student. That is a lie. Okay? Now, that being said, if you'd like to take classes, you can reach me at unicorn-code.com. That's www.unicorn-code.com. Or you can reach me at www.asktheunicorn.com and give us a call at area code 207-347-5686. Oh, you know what I'm going to do?
Wow.
I'm going to do a commercial for Daily Bread Bakery.
You're in my face.
Yes.
I don't like in my face.
Nice. That's nice. I don't care. I'll do a commercial for Daily Bread Bakery. That's going to be awesome.
Oh,
I'll make it
God.
epic.
I fear that I will be involved
Yes, you will.
in the footage somehow.
That is correct.
I don't want to be.
You are my mini-me. You
I
don't have a choice.
want to be on camera.
Okay. Read my lips. I don't care.
I'm not an on camera person.
So, what time is it?
8:49.
Okay, we still have time. So if you have questions, please ask away. You know, I can just sit here and talk about stuff. I like talking. Yeah, that's the one that you did right
Let's talk
there.
about the Solomon Seals. Let's talk about Solomon Seals.
No. That's just the one that you need.
I know that one needs to go.
Yeah, so get back onto the.
Good. There's no questions.
Okay.
That's the one that I need to.
So here's another thing that I can talk about. Listen, if you're on Facebook and you put something up and you know someone comments, because that's why you put stuff up on Facebook, you can't go getting mad at them unless they say something stupid. Then you can be mad at them. You don't even have to be mad at them. You just edit out their comment. But you know, don't get mad. You know, I've had people, you know, they put something up and ask people what they thought, and then I tell them what they think, and they're like, how can you say that? Blah, 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 blah. Hey, well, you asked me to say what it is that I thought, so I said it.
Oh, we have another question from
Sure.
Captain New. Since we moved into our new house, my cats have become more aggressive when it comes to feeding time. They appear to be constantly hungry even after eating. We have cleared the old energy in the house, but it hasn't changed. What do you suggest to help dissipate this energy that is affecting them?
Okay. First off, they're reacting out of insecurity. Okay. Cats are very, very, just like dogs, are very sensitive to changing energy. Your energy in your home hasn't settled yet. You still haven't found a way to coincide with the energy that you left. You haven't found a way to coincide the energy that you left with the energy that you've entered into. I think that you're probably following all the right steps, but here's something else that you can do. You can get just a little cup, a little glass cup. It has to be either glass or crystal, and put a couple of teaspoons of salt in it and a couple of, like a quarter cup of vinegar in it. Mix it up real well and set it up in the upper corner. What that will do is it'll cut down any astral interference so that your cats can relax a little more. It's just that they've been uprooted. Cats don't move well at all. Okay, they
No,
just
you
don't. I mean, so it's going to take them a little bit. And when they get nervous and they feel insecure, they eat. So you're going to have to just reassure them that you're not going to uproot them again. They get used to the way that things are. It's kind of like a horse. You can't. Okay, if you take a path every single day and it looks a certain way, you can't decide that you're going to put something there unless you introduce the horse to it, because it'll be walking along that same path that it's used to, and then get to that new thing that you decided to put there and freak out. That's just the way the animals are. They're very habitual and they get used to doing things a certain way. So when you decide to move, you've got to expect some insecurity, and it's going to last a little bit. They'll get over it, but it's going to last. It's just that if you want to cut down the astral emanations, you can do that. And if there really is something that is interfering with you all, you can give us a call. We'll set up a consultation for you, and if we can get to where you are, I'll come and clean it for you. Okay? But try that first. This brings up another point. It's always best for a person that is being malaffected in their home by an energy to be involved in the ridding themselves of that energy. I love it when people call me and they just had a small paranormal type of a thing, and something that can't be explained. People call it paranormal, and that's fine. But it would probably do you a lot of good if you can take care of things on your own. And if there's something that you cannot take care of, that's when you call a paranormal investigator. And even then, you don't need them to investigate a doggone thing. You just need for them to validate what it is that you've said and seen. And beyond that, most paranormal investigators are not even equipped to deal with things. Their job is just to record. Their job is to let you know, okay, well, we did see something, or we didn't see something. Their job, they don't do things. You need a person that is a psychic policeman like myself, or an exorcist that will deal with that. And listen to me. Listen really closely. There are a lot of people that will fill your head with a bunch of airy-fairy crap. Okay? It won't go away if you ignore it. Not all of them are positive, and by the same token, not all of them are negative. Okay? Putting lavender in your home will just stink up your house after a while. Okay? Smudging your house does work, but smudging is temporary. It really is temporary. It's a great imminent defense. It's great. You're under attack, you light up your sage and, mess the place all up. But, when that sage goes out, it's kind of like wolves, scare the wolves away with the fire, but then when the fire goes off, they'll come back. That's what happens. You need something that's more permanent, and there are thousands of different things that are more permanent. So I've given you one that is actually long lasting, as long as you keep that replenished, which is like once every week or so, once every 2 weeks or so, then it will remain effective. But you do have to keep, doing it. And after a while, that particular vibration will seep into your home, and then it will be a little more permanent. So, hope that helps you out. Give that a shot.
So thanks, Z. I have sea salt vinegar and situated all around the house already, so it will take a little longer.
Yeah.
That's Nadine.
Yeah.
By the way, that was Nadine.
You just said that.
Oh.
Are you like having an active deja vu?
I am.
Funny. All right. So, if there are no more questions,
no.
I would like to thank you all for joining us at Ask the Unicorn. I really look forward to doing the show every Wednesday night. And I hope you can tell other people about it so they'll have more questions to answer. It's wonderful when all of us can be educated about a subject. Now, try to be adventuresome with your thoughts and with your endeavors. Try. Do something. There's a lot of things that can be done. We're moving towards a time, and especially in our country, where people are troubled. and they're causing more trouble. Try to do something that is adventuresome for yourself. Get your own niche someplace. Excuse me. Find a way to bring some joy into your life and bring joy into the lives of other people. If you do so, that will make you feel wonderful. Okay, so have a wonderful week. Tell your friends about the show, please. I like doing the show, but I like to speak to lots of people. So I'm fiddling with this thing. So tell your friends about the show. I'll see you all next week. Be good to each other. Okay? Unicorn out.